Sojo and Chihiro are such incredible rivals, and the reason their rivalry works so well in this story is because they both share a similar admiration for Kunishige and a goal which is to live up to his legacy. The difference between them is that Sojo understood Kunishige better than Chihiro did. On the surface, Chihiro's motivation for avenging his father and reclaiming the Enchanted Blades is revenge, but on a deeper level, he wants to protect his legacy. Chihiro grew up idolizing his father. He grew up wanting to be like his father. He wants to live up to his legacy, to be the next Kunishige Rokuhira. And this leads him to developing the same ideals as him. Hokusano uses the goldfish as a way of representing Chihiro's perspectives. And by putting them in a fishbowl, we can see how limited his perspectives are. And he has a very simple moral compass because he only sees things as good or bad. This leads him to misunderstanding the difference between his father and the Enchanted Blades. Chihiro knows why his father created the Enchanted Blades, to vanquish evil and protect the weak. And since he not only sees these blades as his father's legacy, he mistakes them for his intentions. He believes that the blades share the same heroic qualities that his father had and should only be used for that. What he's not understanding is that the Enchanted Blades are just tools, and tools will carry out whatever purpose the user decides. And that is why Sojo is the perfect antagonist for this arc. Just like Chihiro, Sojo also wants to live up to Kunishige's legacy. He also believes the Enchanted Blades are Kunishige's legacy and therefore his intentions. However, he believes Kunishige created the Enchanted Blades to kill. The first fight to see who is truly living up to Kunishige's legacy ended with neither of them winning. Chihiro fails to protect those that needed him and didn't stop Sojo. And Sojo didn't cause the killing massacre he wanted. Same way Chihiro is limited by his perspectives and a simple moral compass, Sojo is too. And this is where the loss comes from, because both are not fighting with their own perceptions of the blades, but what they think Kunishige's was. Now, something I found interesting about this fight is, up to this point, Chihiro has always fought his enemies head on. But he keeps trying to strike Sojo in the back, which is considered playing dirty. I believe he's doing this to avoid Cloud Gojo because it challenges how he sees the Enchanted Blades, his father's legacy. The same is true for Sojo. Cloud Gojo's powers have no restraints, aggressive, and attack everyone and everything around its wielder. Entain's powers are focused, calm, and only affecting those who the wielder considers the enemy, perfectly reflecting their wielders. Program is basically the state the blade enters in where it aligns to the user's spiritual energy and emotions. Now, look at the panel before Chihiro enters the true realm. He's overwhelmed and surrounded by enemies. We see his deepest fear, not living up to his father's legacy. This flashback is very important for Chihiro because this is where he starts to understand Kunishige. Kunishige never wanted his son to be the next Kunishige Rokuhira. He never wanted Chihiro to only see the world based on his perspectives and his ideals. He wanted Chihiro to open his mind and see the world through his perspectives and develop his own ideals. Once Chihiro understands this allows him to evolve, and the blade evolves with him. Kuro Shred is such an amazing power and a beautiful way Hokusano shows us that Chihiro has grown. And every time Chihiro used Kuro before, there was only one fish, one perspective, one answer. There are multiple fishes, multiple perspectives, and multiple answers. And I love that this is the ability he developed because it isn't born from copying his father or rigid logic, but from his own instincts and understanding of the sword. The same applies for Sojo. Before he entered his true realm, his enemies are out of his attack range and they were separated from his blade. I love this panel because it perfectly shows their evolution, where Chihiro is rising out of his despair, Sojo is falling deeper into it, and this allows him to enter his true realm. Their true realms reflecting each other is such a great way Rokazano shows us that they are finally opening up their own perspectives. The second fight is definitely the climax of this arc, and just like the first one, it is a fight about living up to Kunishige's legacy. This fight is such a great payoff for everything that has happened so far. I love how Rokazano uses eating sweets as a way of showing them basically stomaching or accepting each other's perspectives. It shows the reason why Sojo lost, because despite understanding Chihiro's perspective, he didn't fully accept them. Chihiro understood and accepted Sojo's perspective, and that's why he could disagree with them. And that's why breaking Cloud Gojo is so important, because Chihiro is breaking away from trying to be Kunishige Rokuhira and becoming Chihiro Rokuhira. I love this last conversation between them because it shows Chihiro's growth. He is finally willing to question his father's legacy, and he understands now that what his father created were tools, and that these tools will act based on the wielder's intentions. And this for me was such important character growth for Chihiro.